Welcome back to Fantasy 1.0. Today we're going to talk about the dumpster fire of positions known as tight end.
Put your seatbelt on and yield for the apocalypse, yeah. It's the apocalypse, yeah.
All right, let's talk tight ends. This is like, if you play fantasy baseball, this is the catching position, but for football, where you have a few that are really good, that are overvalued because they're so good, and then the rest are garbage. Hopefully it's not going to be as bad this year as it was last year. But anyways, let's just walk through, and I'll just give a sort of a high overview on the valuation of these guys. Gronk's the king. He still will be. He's going to be the king for as long as he's playing football. So he's number one. He's going 21st. If he was like the third guy on my team, I'd be okay with that. But injury risk, just I can get a better player. Or better said, I can get a player that's going to give me more production, likely, at the 21 position than him. I'm likely, I'll say I think he's a little bit overvalued. Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz, so you're sort of sitting in that, this is the sort of gold, silver, bronze area of tight ends. So those guys are, 23 and 29. Again, I think this whole mix of guys here, I think they're overvalued. I think I'd like to see those guys, everybody a round or two later, and then I'd start being interested in them. So I'll be missing out on all those guys. Hopefully it doesn't hurt me too much. Evan Ingram, I think that he's overvalued too. He had a great year last year, or a decent year, 720 yards, receiving, 6 touchdowns. Sterling Shepard's going to be playing all season, hopefully, and OBJ's going to be playing all season, hopefully. So, those targets are going to be going down too, correspondingly, right? Greg Olsen, I think that he needs to be bumped up a little bit. He's sitting down at 65. I think that he could be, I think he's almost a tier above that. I guess you could say that, his issue was related to his foot last year. So maybe that's sort of being baked into his ADP value. Jimmy Graham, I think, is far overvalued. I think he will catch, quite a few touchdowns in Green Bay. Outside of that, I don't know if he's going to do much. I think he's going to be a goal line threat. They got too much offense. They got a lot of offense, which is good, but they got a lot to spread it around too. Kyle Rudolph, again, he's the base of tight ends. But, if you can get him late in the draft, then go ahead and pick him up because he's sitting on a good offense as well. He's similar makeup to Delaney Walker, who I like a little bit more, though. I think he's going to get you more yards, maybe less touchdowns. We're getting into sleeper territory. We got Trey Burton, so that's somebody that I'm probably going to have on a number of my teams, unless he gets too overhyped and he's his ADP starts rising. Jordan Reed, I do not want the headache. I've made that mistake many times of drafting him and knowing that if I get him for 14 games, he's going to be amazing and lights out, and then he plays 6. Where was I? I don't remember where I was watching it, but anyways, they were likening his body to that Operation game. I'm old, so anyways, there's something wrong with him and every part of his body all the time. Greg Kittle, they're going to have a pretty improved offense in San Francisco, so I don't mind. I don't have a problem with him. But then you're kind of getting scrubby down here. You got Jack Doyle, you got Tyler Eifert, who's probably going to play 4 games, and then you got OJ Howard and Cameron Brate. You don't know what's going to happen with them. Njoku with Cleveland, I really he's an animal, but I don't know how much of the offense he's going to get. I mean, they've got a pretty crowded backfield. They've got a pretty crowded wide receiving corps right now. So I don't know if he's going to do have much more in terms of production than last year. But I mean, he's a fun player to watch. Charles Clay, I mean, he's going to be funneled a lot of targets, but that offense is going to be absolutely abysmal. So that's really it. I don't want you to touch Jared Cook no matter what you do. Hooper, no thank you. Yeah, so that's really it. Like Gesicki, no, not really. So I want you to look at this sweet spot right here where you've got, let's say starting at Delaney Walker, Trey Burton, Kittle. I think those are the kind of guys that are going to deliver value. You're going to overpay for anything more than that, and anything after that, it just looks super sketchy. That's it. Pretty boring position. Pretty quick video. But anyways, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date on everything that's happening in terms of anything that's happening as we lead up to the preseason. And then once we get a draft season, I mean, we're going to be specializing on draft strategy, doing mock drafts and things like that. And then obviously when we get into when we finally get to the football season, talking waiver wire pickups, game strategy week to week, with some trade proposals in there too. So remember, you have to subscribe. I want you to like, and then I want you to comment, give me some suggestions, give me some feedback, tell me what you agree with and what you don't. And I look forward to doing another video for you soon. Cut!
It's the apocalypse,